What's going on, everybody? I'm Tank, and this is another episode of Roadie Reactions.
Get with this.
In today's reaction video, I'm going to be returning to a band that I've checked out one time before on this channel, and I've heard a few of their other songs in passing off the channel, whether it was on a playlist or just came up on a shuffle at the gym or something, but this is a band that I just never got into, and I don't say that meaning I didn't like them. There's just so much music in the world that somehow this band slipped through the cracks with me, even though I do listen to music like this all the time. And I apologize that it's taken a while to do another reaction. Like I said, lots of music in the world, but a lot of you have been telling me that a brand new single from them just came out, so what better time than now to get back into them. I also found out that this is from an upcoming album that they have. Their 7th album, called Fortitude, comes out on April 30th, so just over 2 months from right now. So I will link this original video in the description below, and today, once again, I'm listening to Gojira, and for the first time hearing their brand new single, Born for One Thing. Let's go! All right. Alright, first things first, I'm going to crank this in my interface. Hold on. Secondly, I'm now probably just as surprised as a lot of you guys are that I never got into this band because I love this sound. Like, this is fantastic. This is just awesome metal. There's nothing like cheap frills about it. It's just in your face heavy metal, and it's awesome. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Literally. Sorry, horrible pun. I'm not good with puns. This setting is really, really cool. There's a story going on. You guys usually know I'm terrible with stories because I'm looking at gear and paying attention to the music and stuff, but I'm trying to follow it along, which is why I'm not headbanging my face off yet, but I really like the visuals in this. It looks really good. I would be willing to bet that there's a pretty large team that was involved in this video, but we've only seen 1:40 minutes of this so far, so I'll save some gear stuff for later. I'm going to keep looking. Let's keep watching. Oh, I love that bass tone. All right, I really liked that last part. It sounded like they were throwing a demolished chord in there that just sounded really mean. So I was saying I really liked the bass tone that I was hearing, and what's really cool about it is there's not really much distortion or effect on it whatsoever. It sounds like a really clean bass tone, but it's very prominent in the mix. You can hear everything he's doing while he's playing, and that's really cool because in a lot of metal, the bass gets buried under the guitar parts. Whoever mixed the audio on this is doing a fantastic job at making sure that you can hear every individual part that's going on, and I love it. Speaking of that bass, one of my favorite companies that I've been seeing in videos lately, Dingwall Basses. They are a company from Saskatchewan, Canada. I am seeing their basses more and more and more in every new video that I'm watching, which probably means they're phenomenal. So I see more and more artists with them, and they're pretty distinguishable right away because they have a fanned fret system on it. And you can see the multi-scale, let me start again. It's a multi-scale bass that has a fanned fret system on it. So you can see how instead of the frets being straight, they're kind of fanned. And what that does is make it natural for bass players when they're moving up and down the neck. Frets kind of angle, so it's easier to hit notes. And then the multi-scale really helps with sustain and tuning and just really everything playing wise with the bass, man. It sounds great. And I was surprised by that because the last time I watched a Gojira video, I'm pretty sure he was playing a Fender Deluxe Precision bass or a jazz bass, one of the two. Their drummer is playing Tama drums, and I'm pretty sure those are all Zildjian cymbals. And then guitar-wise, I'm probably going to talk about guitars for a little bit, so let's keep watching this, and I'll come back to that later. Now are we gonna get like a breakdown or something super heavy? All right, hold on. Let's talk about that guitar stuff now. It's funny, I just said, are we gonna get something super heavy? The whole song has been heavy, but what I like about these guys is that they can be heavy while not doing the traditional stuff that people think when they hear like really heavy metal. There's nothing super crazy going on with like double kick patterns or anything. He's actually doing a lot of really intricate stuff up top. The guitar parts aren't like super mega low tuned. Like this is just really good, man. Like, I don't know what else I could say other than it's just fantastic sounding and the musicianship is great, man. Guitar wise, I can't remember names of everybody in this band. I'm terrible. I believe their singer / guitar player's name is Joe. He is playing a Charvel, and if I remember right, he is a signature artist of Charvel and possibly one of their like flagship guys. Like I think they use him on a lot of their stuff. He's one of their big names. And I know he has a couple different signatures from them. I'm going to assume that's one of them. It looks like, I can remember the name of the body style. It looks like a Pro Mod. I think it's a Sandemus 2. Kind of looks like a Fender Telecaster. And Charvel has an interesting story, man. It's way too long to talk about the whole thing here, but it was started by Wayne Charvel and Grover Jackson, who we all know from Jackson Guitars. Somewhere in the 70s, Grover Jackson took over Charvel Guitars, then started Jackson Guitars. Then it got sold to a Japanese company. Then in 2002, Fender acquired them. So there's a really long history with Charvel and Jackson. And speaking of Jackson, their other guitar player is playing a Jackson guitar. And it looks, well, I know it's a Randy Rhoads model, and I'm just going to assume, again, it's a signature model. I remember seeing his picture with that guitar somewhere. So that is definitely his signature Randy Rhoads guitar. Randy Rhoads, one of the most iconic names in heavy metal guitar playing, sadly passed in 1982. And for somebody who's been gone for that long, that still has such a huge name and has been such an inspiration in the industry and to musicians, that says a lot. Let's just try and finish this off, man. I'm enjoying it. Oh, there it is again. What a cool pattern. Oh my God. Damn. We're probably going to get a long list of credits here for this video. This was a fantastic video. Holy shit. Wow, man, that was a fantastic video. Let's go talk more about this, and my autoplay started again. Let's go talk about it. So as I said in that video, I'm honestly surprised that these guys haven't flown onto my radar sooner than they have. This sound is right up my alley. I absolutely love it. And the interesting thing about this is that these guys can maintain a heaviness to their music without necessarily relying on all the tricks that you hear in a lot of other heavy music. And when I say tricks, I don't mean it like a bad thing. I'm kind of just saying it as a figure of speech. But they don't do any like relentless stampeding of double bass. There's no non-stop guitar shredding and stuff going on. The guitar work that they have going on is great. They're doing a lot of really cool effects and a lot of really cool techniques that just add to the music. And you can hear everything that's going on. You can hear the bass super clearly. You can hear both guitar parts. The drummer has mad skill going on, man. He had some great grooves in that. And I really just like this a ton. And I think this is only the second Gojira song I've actually like sat down and really focused on. But even after two, man, I can already tell this band is insanely talented. And I'm kind of shocked because I thought that these guys are somewhat newer, like the last 10 years. And after I did my first reaction to Stranded, I found out they've been around since the late 90s. And I was blown away that I haven't heard of them in any of that time, considering I listened to so much metal and hard rock. And the other impressive thing is their lineup of their band, those four guys, have been consistent for at least 20 years. And you don't see that with a lot of bands, man. That shows that they can get along great and they write fantastic music together. So thank you to every single one of you guys that got on my ass about getting back into this band, because I love it. I'm going to listen to more. We're going to have more reactions. I'm going to pre-order this record when it's available, because this is a band I just need in my playlist nonstop from now on. So thank you once again. And if this is your first time here, feel free to click subscribe, because I release new videos all the time. So if you turn those alerts on, probably won't do anything because YouTube notifies people like a day after the video came out anyways. If you liked this video, I would greatly appreciate the like, but if you didn't, not a problem, man. Thank you for watching this time, but you are free to click dislike and move on. I'm also on a ton of different social media. I have a Discord server that I hang out on often. I stream video games on Twitch, so if any of that stuff interests you, I'll throw those links in the description below. Thank you so much once again for watching. I will be back very soon with another episode of Roadie Reactions.